Yo, what's up guys? We got Pokegame here. Today we are back on the Showdown ladder and we're going to be using this Iron Defense Tapu Lele build. Now, shout out to Not No Vans for the team. If you guys want it, check out my website, pokeaimMD.com. The link is down below. I actually was just playing a few games. Well, I actually played one game. I played on a few years. I played one game just to get points because it said that my account was at 1600. And then I just played this dude who was apparently 400 points above me. I don't know why I'm 1436, which made no sense. Because it said I was 16 something before I started. I was like, okay, cool. It's been a minute since I recorded anything outside of the BL Nights, but I guess it decayed all the way down. But yeah, it was a really freaking good game. That like I missed Pyro Ball and they crit me with knockoff, and it came down to me hitting Hurricane and stuff like that. It always came down to me hitting, and they also froze my Heatran with Ice Beam at the end, so that way Kartana had a chance of winning. It was crazy, but really nice person. So I just wanted to give them a shout out there. But yeah, so I guess we're just going to use this as a recovery episode. Been a minute since I played. We got Iron Defense Tapu Lele, offensive. I guess the difference between this Pokemon and Combine Taunt Tapu Fini is that this could beat Toxapex without having to taunt it and get +6. Because I just use the Twisted Spoon Psyshock. But yeah, it looks really fun. Here, for instance, it's going to allow me to not do anything. I mean, it's cool here because it's just a Lele that switches up moves. In fact, a regular Lele with Moonblast and whatnot would be better. But maybe it can let me set up in front of Tyranitar. Who knows? Of course, the Surging Striker is just going to be able to crit me, but I do have this. I have no Ghost Resist, and they have a Blacephalon. That's always fun. But I have the next best thing, which is Special Defensive Heatran, and a Tornadus with Knockoff. Speaking of Torn, it's exceptional here. My Soft Sand Garchomp is beautiful. And yeah, I'm going to start with Slow Roll because it's really good versus this mon immediately, and even T-Tar. And as you can see, I don't have Scald, I have Ice Beam specifically for Landers. So if I can get rid of Landers early, that's going to open up my Cinderace a lot in this game. Zapdos is a problem, but between Garchomp being a ground type and Spadef Heatran, we should be okay, though it doesn't have Toxic. Oof, man, firing off these attacks are going to be annoying. I'm probably going to end up trying to poison the thing with Gunk Shot. But yeah, even though Zapdos is great versus me, exactly, I just wanted a strong start. I don't care if they U-turn here. Both of the Pokemon they U-turn out into are weak to Ice Beam, and that opens up Cinderace even more. And if they opt to go for Stealth Rock because they're like, oh man, who cares? This thing isn't going to do anything to me. Like, that was good for their Urshifu, because now Urshifu can click. What the hell? 83%? Are you kidding me, Slow Bro? Is this Rambass? Because that is fake damage. I have no idea why I did 83%. It has to be like Assault Vest, right? It has to be. Like, legitimately has to be. If this is Bandit T-Tar, it's a problem. If it's Dragon Dance, I don't want to go hard in Cinderace on a Stone Edge or a Bandit Crunch. Anyway, we're just going to teleport. I think this is the Rocks Tyranitar as well, as they go right for Stone Edge. And like I mentioned, Garchomp looks hella good now, especially with that soft. It sucks they miss. But Garchomp looks hella good now with that Soft Sand, and it just looks amazing now with Landers being at 1%. So let's see if Scale Shot actually connects. We do. And now I don't have to worry about a Landers at all, so no more Intimidates. I threaten Blacephalon. They bring out a Shifu, but I have a Slowbro. Even if they U-turn, which I would make the play. I would make the U-turn play personally if I were them, because they have a Blacephalon that is a giant threat. But yeah, so I can just teleport here. I'll bring out Tornadus when they go out into Blacephalon. If they go Zapdos, I'll bring out Heatran. And I would have knocked off or Magma Storm respectively. But they end up bringing out their Tyranitar, which once again, I don't want to go out into Cinderace and High Jump Kick because there's a few drawbacks. Besides me missing and dying, they have a Static Mon and they have a Ghost type. So I'd rather just bring out Soft Sand Garchomp, which again I assume is enough to knock out an offensive Tyranitar. And because basically because I'm still trying to get some points this episode, I'm not about to just throw it away. Now this mon is a problem. This mon is a big problem. I don't want to go Heatran on a Surf. I want to make a play that doesn't really allow too much for my opponent. Now Lele is cool because it can actually Psyshock Zapdos and it gets kills. I'm going to make the Lele play all around because I'd rather not go Heatran if this is... Well, I did not expect an Ice Beam, that's for sure. But depending on the set, I can Draining Kiss into Psyshock, but I think I'll Psyshock first, simply because come on, man, this is like the second time I've been frozen. Now, I don't know if this is Scarf or what the set is. I'll make the Heatran play, and I swear if I get Aura Sphere or Earthquake this turn, I'll be very sad. Don't you dare. Now, I'm only going for Rocks because I don't know the Blacephalon set, and at least he can chip away at this. I don't want to miss a Magma Storm on Urshifu. I feel like it makes no sense to waste a turn like that because I don't necessarily need damage on it. And because I don't want to give them momentum by me going Slowbro and them U-turning out into Blacephalon, I'm going to make the Lele sack here. I think it does more for me in the long run. Exactly. and it doesn't let Bucephalon come in versus Slowbro and force my Heatran to take an attack. But yeah, so again, exactly what I wanted. I also could have went out into Torn there, but because they still have Zapdos, I don't want to make that play. And now I'm debating on beating Zapdos with Stone Edges. So we'll just Earth Power here. That'll knock out Bucephalon, I believe, at 76%. I could be wrong. Does a decent chunk. Yo, that's actually some tech I've been using on Bucephalon as well. I didn't know people were using that too. That's so sick. So I've been using like Specs with Shadow Ball, Fire Blast, Flamethrower, and instead of Trick, I've been using Knockoff because I always got Black Sludge from Toxapex and things like that. So it didn't look like it was a good spot for me. But yeah, we always go bro, even if they pivot around. At this point, I think I Ice Beam over Teleport. And maybe I should have future sighted there too, but it doesn't matter. They can't kill me. Like, these are the crits. Like, you think that, oh my god, they can kill me with a crit, but no, it's the same thing. I just want to note, by the way, that my Just a Little Tapes merch is available until the 24th. So if you guys would like to check it out, I do have aprons. I mean, somebody made a comment like, yo, Joey's not even promoting that he has shirts and hoodies. I do. I mean, you can clearly see it, but I have aprons, and they ship worldwide. They look sick. We'll throw off a future sight here just in case they go Zap. Zapdos not taking Hazard, or taking Hazard is really scary. Spidef Heatran should be enough for this, regardless of it being knocked off. Oh, God. How did he do it? Nah. But this is great because Magma Storm plus Future Sight kills Urshifu, which I kind of feel like they're going to make the play. Just based on the fact that this is a recovery episode, so I'm lower on the ladder. Even though I have no idea how I got somebody that's... Yeah, I knew they'd make that play. I have no idea how I got somebody that is 400 points above me, which is why I thought I wasn't at the point I was, but... I have Stone Edge to knock this thing out. I'm just going to Magma Storm here. Oh, as we're trapped in here together now with Latios, which is really funny. Because if they can't touch me with Aura Sphere or Surf, I beat them 1v1. Which they might just be Psychic plus Draco as their last move. So it's like, no, you didn't trick me, so my Heatran is locked into Magma Storm. You're locked into a Magma Storm with me. I sort of made sense out of that. Did you guys understand what I said? Because I kind of made sense what I said. But... at the same time, no. But yeah, they just end up forfeiting. Cool. Really cool thing they have there. I didn't realize that was... it looks like a zombie version of the dude from X and Y. Also, I believe my G Fuel code is 30% off. Now, you guys didn't know it's an energy drink. So, don't drink it if you're a kid, 18 plus, you know? Or at least be aware of what you're doing. Like what you're drinking, what you're taking in and whatnot. So, they do have a hydration line, which I personally love. I personally love the hydration. Oh, God, we're about to fight a Kyurem. You guys are about to see it. But I personally love the hydration line. I like strawberry lemonade. It has 0 calories, 0 sugar. And we're on our way to getting our own flavor. So that's like the goal. We already hit the goal for Shaker. So I'm hopefully going to be in talk with them soon because it's been almost 2 weeks since we hit that goal. So ideally soon. But they were like discussing stuff with Tempo Storm. So a few things that are very scary here. Halucha is a threat. Kyurem's always a threat. I actually really like my Combine Iron Defense Lele here. This might be the game where it does something, depending on their Magearna set. Magearna is always annoying too, but like they get absolutely throttled by Cinderace. They get destroyed by Cinderace. I mean, I know they have Moltres, but damn, they get destroyed by Cinderace. And Torn is great because it can knock off. Even if it gets burnt, it's not the end of the world. And I have backup checks to Rillaboom as well. So, okay, Pressure goes before me. Hate this mon. They can Earth Power immediately. This thing's role is to deal with Magearna, which if it's set up, I need it for. There's probably Grassy Seed too, so I definitely need it. Would you freeze dry here first? Would you ever make the Earth Power play turn 1? Because Cinderace is amazing. Okay, so the thing is that this thing is Scarf, which they all happen to be versus me for whatever reason. I think Scarf is really bad, personally. But it happens to work versus the offensive type builds. Obviously, Ice Beam is going to kill me. Get that out of here. 90, my god. Okay, so that's modest. This is a Zard Y? What? Oh. Okay, I was like, what am I looking at? 88 to 103. That's the worst case. Alright, we're going to go bro. This makes me really weak to... Okay. This did not help me at all. The fact that my opponent is Life Orb. So we're going to throw out everything we knew about Iron Defense Lele here. Because I can get recovery later. That is probably the worst case scenario because they can Earth Power in the following turn. We're going to bring out Lele now. I want to get Slowbro back to healthy if I can, because that mon is a threat. The problem is I can't double when I bring out Lele, because if I do, it reveals my speed tier. Plus my opponent might not care, but they definitely go for Earth Power here. Like Earth Power is your best case is they go for Draco now as I get in Lele and I come in at full HP, unscathed. But damn it, man, Life Orb cure him. So Life Orb, what? Earth Power, Draco, Freeze Dry, Roost, or maybe it's just sub Roost with Life Orb over Metronome or Heavy Duty Boots, which is just as scary. Regardless, this mon is scary. If they sub here, I could Draining Kiss. Man, I want to use McGinnon to win this game, but now I gotta use it so I can stay in the game. What's the other option? Going out to Torn and pivoting into Cinderace? That risks too much versus Rillaboom. My friend, I am at 3%. You can click any move here. You do not, I mean, you can think really hard about what I'm going to bring out, but you don't have to. To be honest, they don't even have to Earth Power here, because they're okay. I mean, Ace is scary, but I mean, decent pivots, I guess. Whatever. If I get one Gunk Shot Poison kills Moltres. This is annoying because I want to show off the Lele, but I don't really get an opportunity to. The good thing is, though, that if I get up rocks, Kyurem should be 2-hit KO by Hurricane. The bad thing is it's 2-hit KO by Hurricane, so that mon has to hit. It's not in my favor. Dude, are you just trying to take your half kill and leave? Why'd that not even KO Slowbro? That's ridiculous, man. Boy got 8 special defense just for that, so it can live Life or Freeze Dry. That's like an MV spread. Yeah, you know, he doesn't tell you what it is before, but the second it happens, he's like, yeah, that's so you can live a Life or Freeze Dry from Kyurem at 3%. Thank you, Envy. Appreciate your spreads. Hey, man, if you're just going to forfeit, I will gladly take your points. That's it? Yeah, let's get out of there. Okay, awesome. We're going to show off Iron Defense Tapu Lele one of these days. One of these days. This is the situation where we show it off. Perfect. Even though they have a Corviknight. But if it's just Brave Bird stuff, then I think that I can Combine and beat it 1v1 with that. So this is going to be really interesting to see. I'm going to try and bring it out on like a Garchomp or Keldeo, and maybe they'll switch out on me. Coco is a giant problem. Spadef Heatran deals with a lot of their team. Future Sight plus this is good for this Pokemon. Ice Beam is great. Heatran is phenomenal in this game. Slowbro deals with 1, 2, 3, potentially 4 as well. So Heatran is always going to be my leader choice because Garchomp I have a guaranteed answer for. This is good versus Coco, which the rest of my team struggles with. And like honestly, Coco is the scariest thing, and everything else I feel like I have a decent answer for. So again, Heatran will always be the leader choice. Yep. Basically, you know, figuring out what's threats and what's not. Depending on if it's worth me getting damage on Garchomp for this. I think it's Earth Power here. We find out their choice specs. So the reason I Earth Power is because if they go Cinderace or Garchomp, at least I get a little bit of chip on them. Great. I don't think rocks are that necessary, to be honest, but we'll go Bro. That did nothing to Garchomp, so this is like the legitimate best case scenario. That is amazing. That is a giant threat gone, and it wasn't Yachi Berry, and I'm able to KO it. Awesome. So, from this position, how good is Garchomp versus my opponent's team? Honestly, it only stops Volt Switch, and I don't want them Dazzling Gleaming, which definitely KOs me. I'm going to try and do that Lele stuff, bro. I got to keep Bro alive because, yeah, it's great versus these two. Ice Beam Bro is the tech, though. That's the way to do it, man. This mon's so frustrating. Okay, I can at least go Heatran once. If they Volt Switch, so be it. Awesome. So, from this scenario, you have... I know your specs, so you have one play, which is... Oh, you have two plays. Cinderace or Keldeo. So, I'm going to make the Tornadus play. Basically, what it does is it doesn't... Again, I don't care about rocks right now, and it gives me a position to click knockoff on something. Leftovers... I don't know your particular set, but I would love to get regen on my Pokemon and potentially if you U-turn, get Rocky Helmet off on you. But mainly regen so I can come in on Cinderace. So this is good. This is good. If it's... So we know it's not Iron Defense Body Press, unfortunately. Which would be really cool because that'd be great for Lele to win. So they're going to bring right back out their Coco most likely. And again, I'm going to try it for that position where I don't lose. I guess if they're banded on Cinderace, they bring that out too. Garchomp is only alive so they can't click Thunderbolt. Of course, I am stupid weak to a Specs Dragapult plus that too. So there's a lot of things they could do. Like this Dragapult might beat me in the end game because I think it's Dragon Dance. I'll make the Garchomp play. No, I just mentioned that Heatran is... I'm actually going to try and get up rocks this time, but I just mentioned that Heatran is always my pivot, so I'm going to stay by it. Yeah, now we can get up rocks. The reason I'm getting up rocks there... Oh, yes, thank you. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You know what? It's time. It's time, baby. It's time. First we ironed... Why did they click Hydro Pump when they have a Corviknight? Even if I Calm Minded, I'd be in a better spot this turn. So that sucks for me. I only went out to this so I could hit a Hurricane. I really did. I didn't want to go hard slow, bro. Damn it, man. Like, you have a Corviknight. I guess if I'm Spec Psychic, it makes sense that you wouldn't want to go out into it. So I should have thought about that a little bit more. Oh, so I guess this Mon brings in Corviknight, but nothing. This guy. This guy. Nah, it makes sense, though. But we can always go Heatran because if they defog or roost, it doesn't matter. I just get up Stealth Rock again. Body Press doesn't knock me out. Either way, and just keeping Heatran alive is important. If they're Hydro Pump on leftovers, I don't know if that's sub Calm Mind Hydro Pump. This is. I mean, we saw that in Draft League the other day, but that's like, man, I should have just clicked Psyshock, and then I just set up in front of Corviknight. That's safer. That was my bad. I risked that. So we bring out Bro here as they throw off the as they throw off the Calm Mind, and this is gonna be annoying. I sack Lele. So I sack Lele here. Which didn't get to do its job. And now that means I can go Cinderace and click Zen Headbutt and get a kill right after. Because it breaks their sub. And Cinderace guarantee knocks him out because it's Psychic Terrain. So, I mean, this is good. Because Lele did its job in that regard. But, damn, man, that's annoying because I wanted to show it off. But yeah, we get that kill, which is pretty cool. Obviously, this means they can click Shadow Ball with their Dragapult, so I'm always like in a bad position no matter what I do, I guess. As they go Coco. My opponent has clicked the exact same move 100 times in a row. I'm going to go out to you this time. Yep. Let's see if we can win. I feel like if I SD in front of Corviknight, and then I click Scale Shot, depending on what they do, I can win. So I'm going to Scale Shot first. Oh my god. Yo, wait. Yo, come on. Don't be teasing me like that. 99997. Don't be teasing me like that. However, that did a lot. So, I don't know how much Stone Edge does. Oh, well, that's the first time I've ever gotten a Stone Edge crit. Ever. In this generation. So, that's crazy. But that did a lot. Like, don't be teasing me, though. 98887. First time in anybody's life that they ever got that as well. Yo, are you Scarf? Are you seriously Scarf? Nope. You're probably banded. Alright, so we get rid of Cinderace. At this point, if this thing is Scarf, it's whatever, because then I can go out to Torn and knock off, and then I win with Earth Power, so I'm going to do this. Nice. So Garchomp did it in a game where I didn't think it would actually do it. I'm going to be real. But, yeah, nice. 5 Scale Shots did it. But it's just a standard Showdown Live now because I'm not even able to use the Iron Defense Tapu. If this Tapu Lele was Specs, it'd be doing something. Like, look at this guy. This guy got a Melmetal and a Blacephalon. Why am I fighting Blacephalon so much? This guy got some threats, though. Tapu Fini plus this is actually very scary, too, because of the fact that it gets a Spadef boost, not a defense raise. So, Future Sight isn't going to be a KO every single time. Still love... Actually love Torn here. Knock, highest speed tier, so Knock is amazing. Despite it being potentially Scarflanders as well. Scarflanders cannot knock me out here. Only it would have to be max attack plus Rocky Helmet, I believe, to knock me out right now. Alright, so this is fine because I immediately defog. Not that they have huge switch-ins, but we'll see if they have Toxic as well as they go for U-turn. So they basically, I just got rid of their Landers for free. The crit actually matters too because it puts them in range, I think, of 2 Pyro Balls. Why, you Scarf Mind Blowing? Like, why'd you go out to Blacephalon here? Magma Storm doesn't do enough to actually warrant me going for it. Should I get up Rock so that way I can beat this thing with Garchomp? I feel like I should. I'll do that. Oh, especially because I already have my answer for this. Now, we know their rocker is later, so it means this is probably SD. What the hell? Why did it have to poison me, though? That actually is important. That's legitimately important, too. I'm assuming this thing is Scarf as well. That's wild. If this thing defogs, I'm in such a great spot, too, because Lucha would be gone. So, I still like Torn because it knocks off everything. Yeah, Torn is just safe. I don't think Blacephalon could have actually killed me at the percentage I was before, so I'm going to keep that in mind. And if I can defog away their hazards, I will. Oh, and they took the Future Sight too? Beautifully. So, I'm assuming right now, I would have went Melmetal personally, but defog. Keeping you alive just for that. They could taunt me here, but we'll just get our Regenerator back as well. Dude, if you want to give me this Mon, exactly. If you wanted to give me that Mon, I'll take it from you, but relax. Now, the unfortunate thing is if this is sub Iron Defense, I lose because Body Press plus whatever beats me and I don't have Scald. Not that it would break the sub anyway. They opt to Thunder Punch, which does a good chunk. Shoot, is that not banded? That doesn't look banded. Damn it. I mean, Garchomp wins, so I don't want to risk it. I don't want to throw away Lele because it's Lele. Cinderace. Whatever. I don't trust Cinderace in this game anyway. I'll just click that Pyro Ball. Oh, or not. Click Pyro Ball again. I want to chip on you because I'll go for the Garchomp. I switched it up. Oh, look at Pyro Ball, man. Missing. Doing exactly what it's supposed to do, bro. Missing or burning. That's it. Each round takes 2. Okay, I thought I was about to take less. Ooh, my opponent's smart. They didn't let me Earth Power them, so I like that. So they know that next time they can 2-hit KO me. Well, depending on rolls. I'll always make this play anyway. I just gotta be really careful now because that poison is so. That poison was frustrating. Because I lost basically one of my best mons. Best case is they go Blacephalon here. Unfortunately, not. But yeah, that poison is hella frustrating. A Cinderace doesn't. I don't trust Cinderace in this game. I really don't. I don't. And I know that Garchomp will knock him out after. So I'm going to go Cinderace here. Sack it. Go Garchomp. Is that thing banded? I feel like it has to be, right? Slow bro. OU defensive. Metal. Choice band. Jesus, that's not banded at all. Soft Sand. Did not pick up the KO. Damn it. Alright, so this game is definitely going downhill. Again, I can't pivot into my bro because the Mon got poisoned by damn Poison Jab. But at least I got rid of probably one of the biggest threats. So I'm okay with this in that scenario. And Torn 1v1s a lot of their team very easily. So very, 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 very easily. There's the Landorus sack. Blaze has to Fire Blast to knock me out. I doubt Shadow Ball knocks me out. It might Fire Blast here though, but I'm gonna knock. Yep, nice. So the unfortunate thing is, no, not at all. I sack Heatran, which I'm actually gonna use to get up rocks, just cause. It's time, baby. It's time, baby. I don't know why they'd throw this away if I was Specs. They would just lose. Alright, so they decided not to Hawlucha me. For whatever reason. I don't know why. I don't know why they decided not to Hawlucha me, but they did. They did. We're gonna Hurricane here on Hawlucha. On the knockoff. They tried. I guess they could still technically win because I'm not Scald on bro. They're gonna double here. I did not mean to click that, but it works out anyway. Because I just clicked Side Shock and get a kill. Teleport actually was the best play, but I meant to click Slack off, so I'm not going to take credit for the best play that worked out there. But yeah, teleport was obviously the best play. I meant to click slack off. But thinking about it for a second, like teleport was way better because if they stayed in, they don't kill me, and then I get to bro. We're climbing almost 1600 again. If they, what is this scissor, man? Like, will I ever be able to? I'm making this thing specs. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it sucking. I'm tired of it sucking. I've never had a Tapu Lele do less work than this Tapu Lele right here. Look at this psychic span with expanding force, man. I'm gonna lose. Nah, Tornadus is phenomenal in this game. Tornadus is beautiful. Same thing with bro. Very weak to this guy. My boy just gets to click Earthquake here, which is very important. I just want to see, but basically it let up well versus everything I can switch out anyway. So we always go out into our Heatran here. Even if they double out into Urshifu, we're good. But basically these guys I'm good versus. It's only the Obstagoon that's a threat. So basically if Obstagoon comes out, it sucks. Because that's the only time they get a kill. I'm not going to rock. I'm going to always attack. Now from this situation, it makes sense that my opponent goes for U-turn. It's also a throw if I stay in. But I'm smiling as I'm saying this, so I really, really, really don't care because I have a Lele to sack versus Obstagoon because I have the worst Lele in the world in this game. So we always teleport now. I legitimately have the worst Lele in the world in this game. Come on, man. But yeah, so whenever I bring out Cinderace, it gets a kill, whereas my opponent can't do the same. Part of me was like, yeah, let me just stay in there and click it again. But yeah, it was fine because I'd always be able to throw it away. And very sad that you do no type of damage there. All right, buddy, I choose you. You look really, really, really good versus my opponent. Again, I'm sorry. I tried to use like a really cool team. No, I lied. I tried to use a really cool set. Team is whatever. It's 2 regen mons, one has teleport. It's not running boots though, so you know, give me some credit for that. Got a soft sand Garchomp, which has failed to pick up KOs because I'm not running calcs. I'm about to bring out Obstagoon again. So this is where they double. But because my own Lele is super freaking good in a sense that it bluffs my set, I'm going to go Lele to not let them double out to Obstagoon because I end up sacking Lele anyway as they go for Focus Blast. It's a good scenario for me, obviously. The 2 Pokemon they would bring out here would be Scizor or Cinderace. Torn is a good mid-ground because I can knock off Scizor if it's SD. And if I get up Psychic Terrain, it can't beat me anyway, so I might as well. I won't die at a Banded Bullet Punch either. And obviously if I get rid of their item, and I'm in a good spot too. They're leftover Scizor, so maybe they're Defog. I'm assuming that's going to be Defog support for their team. My friend, who are we going out into? Oh, some news. Blunt and I were talking. We're like, yo, bro, I miss doing a series. It's been like a day. Let's do something. What you want to do? So we're probably gonna do another series, most likely mid-March, end of March, I would say. I don't think any time before then, though. Oh, can you stop Focus Blasting? Look, Psyshock. It's my strongest attack. I don't want to make a double out into any mon either. Actually, they went for U-turn, right? So double to bro is good because I just get more chip on Scizor, which is good for Earthquake. Oh my god, this damn demon. I don't want them knocking me off. I don't want them facading either on something else, so I'll give them this. Nice. They don't know if... I mean, they know it's a speed tie, so they may actually switch. In fact, if I'm going off them potentially switching, I'm just going to click Psyshock here. Because if they switch, I do more to something with Psyshock anyway. U-turn. This has to be Defog. Because I know Lele is always my sack, I'll be fine. Like, even if they U-turn immediately. Best case is they bring out Obstagoon. Because I wanted to take a little bit of extra damage. As they go Cinderace. So, I mean, another mon, I don't mind it taking a little bit. Even if it just wants to go for U-turn. Again, this is just like a case of I know what pieces I need to not have my defensive core be broken. Oh, 37. That's a sad Cinderace, man. So yeah, I know what pieces I need. And I get a kill by bringing out Cinderace after. And I can just safely go for... would I go Cinderace here, or would I just click Earthquake with Garchomp? I feel like that's better. It's like Lele. I click Earthquake with Garchomp because I feel like it gets a... Basically, it doesn't kill Obstagoon, but with Rough Skin and Burn, it may pick it up. But it doesn't let anything come in either. Like, I'd rather get rid of Obstagoon and put it in range of U-turn for Tornadus. That way I don't have to, yeah, like that's hella worth to me. That way I don't have to click Pyro Ball or High Jump Kick versus it, because Obstagoon is a threat for my defensive Slowbro, and the only threat they have left is basically their Alakazam, and unless it's Scarf with Expanding Force, even which I have Heatran for, like, as long as Tauren can basically pick up U-turn and knockoffs and get KOs, I'm going to use it that way. So, this is why I went Garchomp there. It was just covering all the bases. And we got rid of their only way of dealing with my Slowbro, which always pivots in on this. So there's the Zam. Going to give this to them. Only thing that I guess I fear is them being counter, but they would have to be... I guess this could be random Scarf. If it is, then I lose. No, that's Scarf Lele. I don't lose, but, like... I don't lose. This is definitely Scarf Lele. This is Scarf Lele for sure. You gotta be. I know you Scarf Lele, bro. You ain't messing with me. There's no point in me future sighting, so we're just gonna teleport here. Future sight doesn't hit anything for good damage. I guess it breaks Alakazam's Focus Sash, which is a legitimate threat. But I really feel like I'll be okay. I really feel like... and plus it could end up being life. I feel like the last turn of this is gonna come down to me hitting that Mon. It's gonna end up being Life Orb. Use you to get a little bit of recovery there. Go back out of Slowbro and pivot. Why not? You know what? I'll just throw off Future Sight. As they go for Focus Blast. Oh my god, it's Spectacles. It's actually Specs this whole time, damn. Anyway, Future Sight's fine. Doesn't matter about Cinderace. If they want to throw off more Focus Blast, I have 2 Resist Root Regenerator, so that's fine to me. Huh. Good play. Good play, good play. Heatran is good here, though, because, like, they won't be able to Psychic win me with a Scarf Lele anyway. Or Scarf Lele, if it is Scarf. I think that's Specs, so 34%. I just got an Earth Power here because Focus Blast won't kill me at all. I think there's Sash as well. And then I'm fairly confident Scizor will die to 2 attacks. Yep. Awesome. So we don't have to worry about Scizor anymore. You're going to come out and U-turn against Cinderace? What you about to do? Moonblast or Focus Blast? Either way, Heatran is my pivot. They could Focus Blast here. They could go out into Alakazam. This is Specs, right? 38% is a lot to Slowbro. I feel like I calc Slowbro a lot. Oh yeah, it is Specs for sure. So Moonblast will annihilate me. It might actually even pick up the KO on Heatran, which would mean that this Alakazam becomes more of a threat too. I don't want to go Cinderace because Cinderace gets a kill right after, so I'm going to make the Heatran play regardless if they go for Focus Blast or not, as they do, and my opponent unfortunately misses, so I'm going to take full advantage of that. Hey, there's no reason to stay in here. I'm going to take full advantage of that and bring out my Torn, which can then just click U-turn once more and not care. And I get to click the Future Sight again. So like, even if they connected with that, I don't know if it's like end of the world thing. Because I still beat Zam via Torn being alive plus 1 more Mon. Cinderace, no. Alright, buddy. Future Sight, I choose you. They go hard. Lele. Lele does not KO me with 1 move, so we just teleport here. Moonblast does not KO me. I guess they could be Thunderbolt. But no, if they were Thunderbolt, they would have been firing it off this entire time. Let me get a little bit of recovery here, see what's up. Just a little bit. Let me eat some of that apple and go right back. Regenerator is broken. I don't know if it's broken, but this reminds me of that Road Top 10 episode where I had a Mungus and like that was it versus everything. Can in a few hours. Ask him if I can play some games. Regen definitely busted. And every bit of damage on Lele is actually pretty cool too. I don't care if they Focus Blast again. I always make the Heatran play. In fact, at this point, they shouldn't even be doing that. They should just be firing off Psychics. They're Specs. You're a Lele. You click Psychic. But now I can just click Earth Power, and Earth Power will get rid of Cinderace. It will put Lele in range of like knockoffs and stuff. Why Moonblast over that, man? But yeah, Earth Power is always my play. Brick Sash does enough to this. I'm pretty sure it still KOs Cinderace at 30%, which means that I can play wild with my my Slowbro. There we go. Peace. What if the Zam is Scarf? What if it's Sash with Recover, which I've used, so it actually wins? Because no, it would have to be Nasty Plot, Recover, Sash. Oh, okay, good game, dude. It sucks they missed that Focus Blast on Heatran. I don't know if it killed, but to be honest, I feel like I would have just been I basically would have just had to go Cinderace and not, instead of like my safe win of like avoiding damage and just slowly but surely killing mons with Future Sight that resist it. I would have had to bring out Cinderace and click Gyro Balls, Pyro Balls, and Gunk Shots at points. And then Torn come in on Zam, Torn U-turn on Zam to break a Sash or whatever, and then come back in and win the game. But anyway, leave it at that. I tried to use Iron Defense Tapu Lele. That did not work out. That did not work out at all. But Ice Beam, Teleport, Slowbro may just be the future. I don't even know. Like, first Lele I've ever seen in my life. That's it. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.